you're just joining us, it is still TVC Breakfast, and we're looking at the Rivers election slated for Saturday. And with us in the studio is the public affairs analyst Folayemi Olaitan. And in Port Harcourt is Chris Finebone, that of the APC. All right, back to your discussion, our discussion earlier before the break. You're talking about women. And behind the camera, we say how feasible really is that. We know in Liberia now, it is now a law for the parliament to have a particular percentage of their lawmakers must be women. Yes. In Nigeria, the 35% representative affirmative action is there, but is not really playing up. Why is that?
I think the political fields, they make women afraid to come forward. I think culturally, women are not as respected in Nigeria as other parts of the world. We generally look at women as people who should be at home. In fact, when you choose something else outside the home, it's a bit of a challenge. But there's a lot that women can offer, and I think we should look at balancing the political sphere with women, because women will help run. You just need to give a woman a challenge. Just put it in her hands and she would run with it.
So in the situation that we have in Rivers now, do you see any woman thriving with the kind of violence that
I don't see any woman thriving in violence. Violence we have to end. When it comes to politics, we have to end any form of violence. We must allow people to go out there and vote freely. That is their right. We mustn't try and hinder people in any way or form when they go out there to vote.
Okay, let me bring in Chris in here. Chris, tell us generally, what will be the people's, what will be driving people's direction towards voting on Saturday?
Well, I believe that our people are better sensitized this time around, and they will be looking out for, first and foremost, the qualities they want. They will look at the individuals, the candidates, and ask themselves questions. Whom among these fellows can offer me what I want? On the issue of, even if I deviate a little on the issue of women, the situation is yes and no in terms of what our analysts have said when it comes to Rivers State, because we have a very courageous woman here who has, in the midst of all the violence, she was able to win her elections, and that is Gloria Weche. Now, our Honorable Weche has won her election, but we also know the story surrounding her swearing in, which has been undermined by official instructions from a government house here. Victoria Nyeche actually is her name. Victoria has won her election, gone to the tribunal, won, and the courts and the tribunals asked that she be sworn in. But Victoria Nyeche has not been sworn in. It's because she made reference to the issue of women thriving in this kind of violent situation. That is why I deviated to that. But going into the election on Saturday, I have the belief that our people will go out to vote, and they will look at the candidates, look at their parties, what they have to offer before they cast their vote.
All right, talking about what the party has to offer, some people have tinkered with the idea that because of some developmental stride of Governor Yesu Wike, since he assumed office, that perhaps the vote could swing the other way.
Come again, please.
Some people have said that Governor Yesu Wike has made some developmental stride in Rivers State, so because of that, perhaps the opponent might have an upper hand.
That is not true. A government is expected to deliver, but whether his government has delivered is up for the people to say. For us, we see little of that. And so we have a whole lot. We have a whole lot to present to the people, coming from the background that Our leader remains former governor and present minister for transportation, Honorable Chibike Rotimi Amechi, who has left great landmark developments across River State, which nobody, not one single person, can deny him that. He opened up this city. Before he came into power as governor, this town, Port Harcourt, had only one dualized way, but he came and dualized all the arterial roads. Today, all the arterial roads are dualized. Maybe one or two he couldn't do was because of paucity of funds that followed drop in federal revenues. And so, if we present all of people know, people live here, people have told us that, look, this guy made this town unrecognizable within 8 years. And so those people are ready to still vote for the party he belongs to, still vote for his associates, that present themselves as candidates today. So it would be wrong to assume that the present government has done something that is remarkable. There's nothing remarkable we see.
Okay, Chris, we'll come back to you on this. Now, briefly before we go, let's River State Governor Nyesom Wike has made a new call for diligent investigation into allegations of discovered printing of fake sensitive INEC materials just before the RERUN election in the state this Saturday.
Wike alleged that their plans to sweep the matter under the carpet is that failure to prosecute the offenders may lead to another phase of unrest in the state.
Every desperate effort being made to kill this matter, to make sure that those who are involved go scot-free. As I'm speaking to you now, the AIG Zone 6 has asked for a transfer of the matter to Zone 6. The fear is that AIG should be able to hold this matter and delay it without the boys being prosecuted. We are thinking that this has to do with the credibility of INEC, and that INEC should do everything humanly possible to say, police, no, you cannot kill this matter. It touches on our credibility. It tells the public whether we are serious or not. Mere denial is not enough.
All right, INEC has come to deny that. I remember we had the state resident electoral commissioner on this program, and he said, well, it's within the purview of the law enforcement to ensure that. But what do you make of that?
Sometimes I just wonder if these are just political statements just to sway people's opinion towards the party. I think the concentration should not be whether somebody is trying to rig the election, or I think the concentration should be what can you deliver. So what exactly does the PDP want to give the people of Rivers State? What does the APC want to give the people of Rivers State? And they should concentrate on that and then say to the people, this is what we stand for. This is what we're going to deliver to the state. And whatever we're going to deliver would enable you to go out there and vote.
Okay. All right. We don't have all the time right now, but we'll allow Chris Finebone to just react finally before we go. Chris, you listened to that clip there. What do you have to say about that?
Well, for us, it is left for anybody to make accusations. But when you make accusations, it behoves on you to show proof, to present proof, because you are not likely to be the one to accuse, investigate, and prosecute. You might be the one to accuse, but present your evidence so that those who will investigate and prosecute will have what to work on. When it comes to issues of infractions, whether in the recent past RERUN, or even 15 elections, there were several cases that bordered on security. And we are disappointed that the security agencies have not done good in investigating and prosecuting all of those people involved. If along the line there are more security issues that pop up, we expect the police, we expect the security agencies to deal with them appropriately. And we expect no less. Even now, even as we go into the RERUN, we expect no less.
Okay, all right, let's leave it there. Many thanks for your time on TVC Breakfast this morning, Mr. Chris Finebone, who is the State Publicity Secretary of the All Progressive Congress in Rivers State, and Folayemi Olaitan, a political analyst. Many thanks for your time and your thought. We'll take a short break now, return with more. Stay with us, please.